Hey, I saw Bill Cosby this week. I saw him. He was walking right down the street. Now, I saw him out at the Pasadena Civic Center, Playhouse, whatever they called it, and it was unbelievable. The lovely Nia took me there for Valentine's Day. Took me out. First of all, that's the first time I've been out on Valentine's Day in years. Because Nia's cool as shit. And I just said, listen, this is stupid. This is stupid to go out on this night. You guys know this deal. So I'm on my way to over to Pasadena, which is where Dr. Cosby, show my respect to you, was performing. And, dude, I got a suit and tie on, everything. It's obvious because it's Valentine's Day. 3 reasons. Valentine's Day, I'm seeing, out of respect for Nia. And then also, I'm seeing Cosby. And then lastly, I buy these fucking suits and I never wear them. I wear them once, put a gun to my head, and I do 5 minutes on a talk show. Hope I don't fall off the stage, which is the only way anybody's going to see your set on a fucking talk show now if you do stand-up. If you kill, nobody sees it. If you fall off the stage and your dick falls out of your pants, it's going to get 100 million hits. So anyways, I have all these suits from my numerous TV appearances. And I'm like, I got to wear these motherfuckers. So I was driving over there, and I could not believe the traffic. And I can't believe. Oh, I don't believe. I don't believe that couples put themselves through that shit. Why would you do that? Don't do that to yourselves. Okay, there's a couple of... And I know you got what you guys are saying. You're like, Bill, you fucking say this every week. Well, fuck you. I saw the traffic out there. Obviously, nobody's listening to me. What you guys can, I'll tell it this way because you guys already know this shit. Can you tell other people? If I can accomplish anything in my life, if I could just sabotage that fucking holiday, there's got to be I was just going to say the anti-holiday Valentine's Day, then that becomes a fucking crowded mess. Okay, there's a number of gatherings that you do not have to participate in, and you can immediately, without making $1 more an hour, increase the quality of your life. All right? You don't need to go to Super Bowl parties. I already told you how to get through that. Now, Valentine's Day, you don't have to fucking go out. I already told you how to do that. St. Patrick's Day, stupid. Fucking stupid. Go out on the 16th. Go out on the 16th. I know you think, well, what about the 18th? Well, everybody's yacked in the bar, and no matter how much Clorox they use, you're still smelling that stomach acid, okay? Sorry, ladies who are listening to this. You go out on the 16th, all right? Unless the 16th is a Friday night, because then everybody's going to be drinking all weekend, whatever you do. If that's the case, go out on the Wednesday. I don't know, it's fucking dumb. They don't even have St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. They don't even know who the guy is. They don't even wear green in Ireland. You think everybody's over there with an Irish sweater on, cutting into some soap after they jumped off a horse to let you know how to wash your fucking taint? They're not. They're going to work over there, dressed like Coach on Cheers, and they're going into their fucking cubicles. All right? And they're putting their hands in their keyboards, and between their knees, they got themselves a flask. All right? And that's how you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. First thing, I pull up to the theater, right? And, it's Valentine's Day. There's a bunch of fucking animals out there. And I'm like, I don't want to try to find the parking garage. I don't know where it is. And then I see valet. And I'm like, oh, valet, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to valet a Prius. A 2008 Prius with a bird shit stain, the likes of which I haven't seen since owning the car, right on the windshield. I'm pulling up and I'm valeting it. And right as I pulled up, I started thinking, well, this is like a 3,000-seater. What if half the crowd does this? How long am I going to be waiting? And I was just like, oh, fuck it. My feet hurt. I'm valeting. So I valet. I walk into the theater and, tickets work. I ask for an O'Doul's. They don't have any. So I get a fucking water and I get some wine for my wife, right? So we go into the theater. Beautiful theater. Lovely theater. Made in the 1930s, right? And we go in there and, first thing I do is look at the stage, and it's the coolest thing ever. It's like there's this little apartment up there for Bill Cosby. He has like a little 4x4 rug, Oriental rug. All right? No offense to the Orient. And he has a chair. And then next to it, he has a little like nightstand, little table with this little, I don't know what, little cooler that has all his drinks in it. And then he has his little headset thing. It's the coolest thing ever. And so we're sitting there. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. And right at 8 on the nose, no opening act, no intro. He just walks out on stage. I was actually looking down. I don't know what the hell I was doing. And the only reason I knew he had walked out on stage is because the crowd started cheering. And, of course, everybody stood up and all that type of stuff. And he went over and he put on his little headset thing that's like see-through, like John Bonham's Vista-Light kit. And so you don't even notice it. He puts that thing on, and then it's like he's sitting right next to you. And the guy, and literally, he sits down and kills for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. He's 76 years old. 77 this year. 2.5 hours. Absolutely destroys. His first, bit took a half hour. He was talking about Valentine's Day and how you got all the pressure to get, the woman something and all you get is a card. Starts with that premise and then just goes, I don't know where he went. 30 minutes later, he brings it back to that, to a thunderous applause break. And I looked over at my wife and I go, that's his first joke. Half hour in. So he did 2.5 hours, so I guess that's like what? He did 5 jokes? It was amazing. And I don't know. I'd never seen him live, just do a full set and get to sit in the crowd. And it was an unbelievable honor. It was the best Valentine's Day gift I've ever got. And she always gives me something nice. But that was the best. And it was definitely a bucket list thing. And just to be able to sit there in the crowd and watch him do his thing, as I've tried to do what he's done for 22 years, to have that perspective, to have the perspective as a fan and an audience member. It was working on 5 different levels. It was awesome. And then I walked out and I ran into 3 other comics, that I knew, and we're all geeking out. He had 2.5 hours. Can you fucking believe that? I've never done 2.5 hours in my life. Guy's 76. It was awesome. And then I walked out there, and there must have been 900 people waiting for their valet cars. So I just stood there up by the theater with a couple other comics, and we just sat around just giving each other shit and talking about the business and all that, and then just kept going back to how amazing Bill Cosby was. So if you get a chance, it's really cool. He's also, he just put out that special, so he's working on some new material, so I got to see that. I got to see Bill Cosby workshopping material, and you see which ones that are already monster bits, and then you see the other ones that are on their way. I got the hiccups now. It was amazing. So, definitely, if there's very few masters out there that you can go watch them live, creating live, I highly recommend going out and seeing Bill Cosby, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I got to wear a suit, so it was a fucking 2-for.